coming up at the grain mill here in Ottawa Lake. Norfolk Southern's picking up a cut of cars that came, probably 4 or 5 days ago. Probably about 50 of them. They usually come here about twice a week, maybe once. But it looks like she's got her all picked up. She's about ready to come back towards Toledo. Elevator does at least a couple thousand carloads of corn and what have you every year. It's only stop on this spur. Oh, I still got another cut of cars to pick up down here. This is the old Erie and Kalamazoo Railroad. It was built in 1835, 36-ish. Ran from Toledo, Ohio to Adrian, the first segment, and then it ended up running all the way to Kalamazoo. Conrail tore the tracks out in the early 80s. I was in high school, I remember them doing it. Now the Adrian Blissville Railroad wants to reconnect with this line. They tore out maybe 6-7 miles worth from the grain elevator right here where these cars end to Riga, Michigan. And Adrian Blissville is trying to get probably the $10 million that's going to take to rehab the tracks or rebuild them or whatever. It runs along here up Memorial Highway, then it cuts up through Iowa Lake past the tile shop, which makes floor tiles and what have you, and then cuts over towards Riga. Got some interesting crossings, and it's got an old bridge up here. I don't know if I'll be able to get it or not, but it's got an old bridge that's been abandoned obviously since the early 80s when it got tore out by Conrail. Stupid Conrail. They tore up everything. And then it's got some old culverts and whatever that are in, or that were concrete culverts that were built in the 20s. I want to say the one got dated 1926. So I'll tell you, last time that got updated, I think Pennsylvania Railroad or Penn Central owned it at the time. But coming to Ottawa Lake here, the railroad's kind of cutting off to the west right there. I mean, I'll get a shot of the bridge. Hopefully I got it. It's kind of hard to do when you're driving. But there was a spur track here in Ottawa Lake at one time, and I don't know what a little separate spur or whatever siding, I guess, that said they must have used it one time for something. I don't know what they used. But if you go down Iowa Lake Road here, there's a railroad street which dead ends into this road right here, and right here is where the two lines come across, and the one line went down this alley right here, and then the main line was right here on my left here. You can see an old switch in this guy's yard. I'm assuming that's probably original to the thing. You can see some of the old ties and stuff laying there where it follows. I think the history of this railroad, the Erie and Kalamazoo, was the first railroad east of the Alleghenies, and when it was originally built in 1835-36, they actually used horses the first year to pull the cars as they were waiting for the first steam locomotive to come from the east. Steam locomotive was called the Adrian, I believe. I could be wrong about that very easily, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it calls. You see a grade in somebody's yard there, and I apologize. This thing's, I'm sure the picture's bouncing, whatever. Best I can do while driving to work here. But one of these days I'll take a slower ride here and let you see more of it. Like I say, if you look up there, you can still see a bunch of the old ties and that were there. The line from Ottawa Lake to the Toledo yard in Toledo by NS is very well maintained. It's not a very high speed track because it's got a lot of curves. You can see the old grade right here. It's real prominent there. The farmer's field or whatever, but it sticks up pretty good. Right here's an old culvert right there. That one was made of stone. It wasn't even concrete, it was stone. It's a real solid thing. I think if they don't tear it out, it'll be there for 1,000 years. But road I'm on, it crosses over the tracks numerous times, which they'll have a lot of grade crossings that they'll have to do. Probably at least almost a dozen in the 8-mile stretch or however long it is. It's not very long, but the only thing that, besides the grade crossing, that's, or the elevated grade that's still there for the most part, there's still a few markers as far as mile markers that they left for whatever reason. I'd love to snag one of these days, but I won't mess with it, obviously, because A, it's trespassing, and B, it's illegal, but to take it. But I always thought about calling Adrian Blissfield and asking if I can have one. But it goes across right there. They said it was like 8 miles, but I just don't believe that the amount that's out, or the amount that they tore out, was 8 miles. I actually think it's maybe about 3, maybe 4 at the absolute most. Like I said, they're trying to get money from the state of Michigan and Monroe County and Lenawee County, Michigan, to do it. And hopefully, Trump being in there, maybe they can score some free money, like the hoodies in Detroit won their Obama money, so maybe they can come up on the road here across. Hopefully they can get some money to rehab this line. Tracks are gone, everything's gone other than the grade is still there. Hopefully, because Adrian's the line that Adrian Blissfield owns goes through Adrian, and it's pretty congested. And seen somewhere where it's they say it's a 100-mile or 200-mile loop or whatever it's got to make to send cargo to Toledo. I don't know why they would have tore it out originally, but you know, short-sightedness, I guess. Come up on another grade crossing here at one time. We're gonna come across right about here and go that way. And again, the guy who owns this land must have cleared it out pretty good. And the farmer, there's hardly any remnants of the grade here. So it's a little bit elevated there, but not much. But up here it comes through again. Or it's still, you know, starts up and right there, and it's like basically all there, the grade wise. And for another 2 or 3 minutes here, and show you where the old year in Kalamazoo, owned by the Adrian Blissfield, stabs into Indiana-Ohio line, which used to be part of the Detroit, Toledo, and Ironton line. It's a little hard to see the grade there, but it's there. There's a mile marker that's left that's coming up. I can't really get a picture of that because it's on the backside of a tree, and you really have to be looking. There it is. I always kind of miss it myself. It's kind of one of those deals that comes up real sudden, and it's kind of hard to see. There's another one around here I seen it at one time, and I don't remember where I seen it, but if I ever find it, I will. There's a marker right there. That's some sort of survey stake. guessing maybe the railroad had it staked or surveyed. There's another one right there, and I don't know if it's for a cable or what it was for, or if the railroad had it surveyed for whatever reason. Probably the right of way. Actually, you know, I just noticed there's first thing I ever noticed, there's 2 concrete poles sitting there by the crossing. I never even noticed that before. Been coming this way for 2 years or 3 years going to work, and I never seen that before because I don't turn that way.